Welcome back to Paradigm, where we explore the ideas shaping the future of industries, innovation, and just the way we live. Today, we have a guest who is absolutely redefining luxury real estate, not just with stunning architecture, but by infusing it with philosophy, with sustainability, and well being. Alex Zagrebelny is the chairman and CEO of R Evolution, a developer that merges ancient knowledge with cutting edge technology to really create spaces that go beyond luxury. I feel like they inspire, they heal, and they transform. Alex, absolute pleasure having you here with us today, and thank you for coming to Paradigm.
Thank you.
How are you doing today? How was your day?
Very good, thank you.
Beautiful Friday.
Yes.
Ready for the weekend.
Start my morning at 5 o'clock today.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Weekends as well?
Yes, of course. Every day is my sadhana. I promised to my guru to do it.
Ah, really?
Yes.
That's beautiful. So to kick off the story with you today, I feel like I want to ask you, if our evolution was a story, what kind of world would you be creating for the people to live in? Dun, dun,
It's
dun.
it's a very philosophical question.
You're a
I think.
philosophical person, so I feel like questions today will be very metaphorical.
Actually, I think the whole universe of this world is reflected in Eywa. So imagine, someone call Eywa the smallest blue zone on the planet. And my dream is to make these blue zones in the size of the districts, in the size of the cities,
Everywhere.
where you build, of course, from the beginning, you can build ecosystem, most sustainable ecosystem where we mix essence of the ancient knowledge of our ancestors and ancient civilizations, mix it together with most advanced technologies from our modern side, but with one main goal. So to increase people efficiency, their well-being, and their longevity. This is three main goals must be. Yeah, because that luxury on the surface level only, in my opinion, it's not luxury anymore. It's not the luxury for 21st century.
You have to have internal quality as well. And luxury.
We even create our own definition of luxury. We call it wild luxury of a unique life experience. And this really makes sense because, that beautiful walls, windows, architecture, big names, it's it's a past century. Of course, it's like, I have it. And so what? What is gift?
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, so of course it can affect your ego. It's maybe it will give you some pleasant moment when you invite the guests.
And it stops there.
But it must not stop there. It's not enough. It's 100%. It's in our universe. It's not enough.
Right, 100%. Is there at any moment in your life when you were younger, that you were in some sort of space, I guess, and you realized that it shouldn't be this way? Like, was there a specific moment in your life where you realized that you would like to change the way we view spaces, change the way we call a place a home? And is this where you clicked? And is this what motivated you to kind of take this path, this career, and this whole vision that you have? Because it's extremely unique, to be honest with you.
And there is no one moment. Yeah, but there is one rule. And actually, it's my morning gift.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you need close your eyes and feel for example, in some space, if you feel non-comfortable, especially when you are in this place and when you are moved from this place, what is your feeling? Is it this place charge you? Or opposite, take the energy from you. You feel like you are like
dizzy.
Yes, and this is very, in some places, you even don't want to stay. So that's like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, but you
You feel
feel like
uneasy.
someone take a lemon and use this lemon and squeeze it,
Yeah.
all juice from this lemon. And there is a lot of spaces where the from quality of the materials, engineering systems, and in general feelings of the space. Yeah, because when through my life journey and for my personal development and real estate development, it's like a trained muscle. So that now I create the formula how what I need to implement and what kind of sources I need to use and what kind of strategies, what kind of knowledge I need to use to create the space where the people feel in general
Right.
that
They're at
the
peace.
place is what charge you actually.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of people when they visit our experience center of Eywa, they want to stay there.
I felt
So
it. Yeah.
you feel it. Yeah, you feel it too. And this feeling. So when you're out of the experience center, so your level, your emotional level is high. So you feel like you are recharged, like you received the power nap.
And
Yeah.
it was crazy because when I went to your experience center, usually, the feeling that I received was the one that I get in my grandparents' house, where you see old details, you see that energy of, generations. But in Eywa, everything was modernized, but at the same time, you felt it.
Yes.
And that's the cool.
Yeah, and this was
Part
my
of it.
what was my goal, to make it so that's again we're on top level of design, we're on top level of the architecture, biophilic design, narrow architecture, all this modern type of science. But we as a basement we always use the ancient knowledge, ancient Vedic knowledge, how to harmonize, how to play with the colors, what kind of I call it architectural and design scenography.
Why do you think people left that though? Why do you think there's so many of developers that just don't stick to the way, we did hundreds of years ago? Why did this detachment happen, in your opinion?
Actually, the world now is running much faster. And the development is always huge amount of investment, huge amount of extra costs. And like usually in big project, each month can cost you millions. Yeah, and when your main focus only on figures,
It won't work.
you need to run as fast as possible. And when you're like, for example, for any of our concept, even for architecture and design, so I work before even we buy the land. So I prepare the concept, then I put it on the shelf, and then when proper land plot is coming, so from this 7 concept, I understand that for this land plot is fit this. I take it, and then we use it, and it saves a lot of time. But when this preparation, because that's we start from the main idea in each of our projects. So that's because for me, language of architecture and design is a language what we speak with outside world. And the legacy of this storytelling is for us is very, very important. Yeah, so because we are developers, we are magicians and sages at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can destroy people's life, or
you can elevate it.
opposite, we can increase their well-being, their happiness, to create healthy, happy living spaces.
Right.
And what is the most important, so we are responsible for the faces of our cities. We are responsible what will see our next generations after
Yeah.
50, after 100 years.
It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility, but at the same time, of course, you start think about it when you are stop thinking about money as a source to live.
Right.
Yeah, when you start thinking about it as a source to live, so you can open your mind, and you can think about what is your mission.
Right. Right. And many
What is you
developers.
what about your buildings? What about your results? What kind
Where's
of
it gonna be in 50 years? Yeah.
yes, maybe in the in this question too, and it's really very hard. So when you recognize that your mission is much more bigger than only money, you take the more hard road.
Right.
100%.
And many developers here, they're extremely practical, as you said, whereas I feel like you guys have this conscious driven design. What does this mean, though, in practical terms? What steps do you take that they don't?
I don't say that someone. So I cannot evaluate. Yeah, because the development is a hard job. No, very hard, really. So you so
A lot of stages.
no, of course. So the developer, because again, you work with a lot of suppliers, lead design consultant, authorities. You need to respect interest of the community, interest of individuals. At the same time, you have investors. You have a cost. It's not easy to develop, and that's why I don't have a right even to evaluate is it bad or not. I can say about myself and our approach that everything in our building first have a meaning, second from architecture and design tell a story. So that's because I have one theory that our homes after a few months is a reflection of our personality and
energies.
our portrait in the physical world. And if we shape this world, that opposite this world, if it created with a knowledge and with a purpose to help you in your life and with a love. So it's have totally different energy.
100%.
And this is combination not only how we work with architecture and design, but with all other questions, because after delivery key to the client, you need to think how they will live. Rituals. So that's to create some kind of flow for living and support it with especially in let's say in our segment. Yeah, you need to support. You need to create experience. That's why we call the wild luxury unique life experience, because the beautiful tools in your life is not the end itself. Yeah, then how you use it and how even,
How you evolve with it.
even sometimes what I'm proud of, that I open the mind with everything what I implement in my buildings. Sometimes my client calling me and they say that thank you very much. My husband performed very differently in your building, so he is like became more calm, more open. But in the real life, even this client told me that, sorry, I'm really very aggressive person in all other spaces. I don't know what you do with your buildings, but
I'm calm.
And by the way, that's why they start actually this apartment they use as a summer house.
Okay.
Yeah, and they start from 1 month, now 3, 4, 5.
You're just gonna move there eventually.
Because again, the transformation in a good way, transformation of like let's say or the best what his wife love in him is much more he shows in this building.
Okay.
Yeah, but he but you know, they don't understand how it's work, but we create the formula of it. So that's in the buildings 24/7. For example, one of the rituals is a ritual of burning fire.
Okay.
And one time in a day when the maintenance company changed the fire, so they pray with the special prayers about health and prosperity of all people who live inside the building.
That's beautiful.
Even this small element, after 4 months, really changed the
Makes a
energy inside the
difference.
building. And they start receive that, like, because even the residents, when they know that these people who work inside the building, they not only serve to serve, but serve for them to flourish.
Right.
Yeah, and this is even change the, like, type of thinking even of the people who serve. That to serve is let's say it's
You're not necessarily making a difference, right? Whereas these guys, they see that they're making a difference.
yeah,
with their work.
and to serve, they proud of it.
Yeah.
This is the very, it's like what we change their mentality, that is it's like the happiness to serve the people. So they serve in this. So we as the developers, we serve in general, and we create, yes, each our building is a world.
You're,
It's,
at this
yes.
point, you're entering a hospitality world.
Yeah, of course. And but I think our approach, what we implement now in Eywa, work for the offices, for the hospitality. Because we spend in the offices more time than at home.
Yeah.
12, 14 hours. I'm like, personally, I'm in the office more than I'm with my family,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and imagine if the office where you work heal you and support you in everything what is important in your life. So when
Sounds
you
impossible.
yeah, it's by the way, with the quality of the water, with the balance of energies, with the quality of the air, with the creation of the space where you want to run, actually.
You want to be motivated when you see.
And the role of the offices, it's like offices must change their face, especially after the COVID.
Right. Right. Now, when people walk into Eywa, I want to ask you a little bit about it.
Yes.
What do you want them to feel? Look at that smile on his face. You're proud of that project, aren't you?
But actually, this is the question. What we discuss and what we think from the first step, always.
That's your first
So that's
prior.
yes, how you, of course, what they feel when they take the door handles.
I remember you were focusing on the door a lot.
Yes, what they feel when they open the door. So what kind of sound immediately they receive? What kind of smell immediately they receive? So what kind of, even the light, what kind of feelings they need to feel? And this is like this journey from the valet parking to the apartment. We have one secret rule. Now it will be not secret, but anymore. But one secret rule.
Exclusive.
In each way, from apartment to amenity, from the entrance to your apartment, in each way, we plan, design, and architecture, and we call it architectural design and scenography, that we receive free smile or free time inside themselves. Our residents say, wow. So in each road, and we always follow these rules in all of our projects. Free time,
Beautiful.
I need your smile. Free time, I need good vibe emotion from you.
Right.
And in one of our project, for example, in Riga, I'm from Riga. We make the hidden messages to our client, because maybe sometimes if you have some question, and this is like sentence from the Albert Einstein, Gandhi, or some different type of philosophers about life, and some answers, maybe, so with a target that sometime maybe we will help you. When you have this question inside you, and imagine even your building help you to answer.
Right.
Sometimes it's happen.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, when I went to check out your buildings in Riga, I definitely saw that you very much paid attention to a lot of different details inside.
Yeah, by the way, you was
were-
there.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what about I'm talking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've
it
seen
was
it.
in Loft and Rose Gold, by
Yes.
the way. Yeah.
Which, by the way, was my favorite part when we went on the outskirts outside of Riga and we went to check out all of your, the celebrity identity, let's say, houses, right? They were all connected
Legend.
to, yeah, exactly, the legends. It was beautiful. But I feel like also the location that you picked was incredible. The nature, the forest there, the seaside, it was already entering the location, you felt a different energy from the city.
Yeah.
And that's super important.
Yes.
Super important. Tell me, what's next for you after Eywa? I feel like, okay, this might be too much to ask for at this point, right? Is there anything sort of in plan?
Yes.
In the future?
Actually, next Eywa is coming too.
Next Eywa?
Yeah, the different storytelling, way of water, power of desert, wind of eternity, so that Eywa is like the name of the new generation of buildings.
Okay.
And the second is way of water is, let's say, language of storytelling. Of architecture and design. In Way of Water, we speak about our fragile underwater world, what really needs our attention. So, and you can see on the facade the stingrays, the turtles, and all building looks like a mangrove tree. Yeah, so that in first Eywa, it's a tree of life, it's a banyan tree.
Yeah.
You know, but because the banyan tree, first, it's one of the most spiritual tree on earth. Second, it's in banyan tree forest, always there is one tree mother, and all other trees for the sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, they connected to the mother tree. And
with
this
the roots?
was, yeah, and they have like air roots.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and
so this is what you're doing with your buildings. You're
for
gonna
me,
have
it's
one.
a symbol. Why we decode the banyan tree in our first building? Because first Eywa is open new generation of real estate when it's not real estate anymore. It's a beautiful tool in your arms, and in which like really can support any of your targets and help you to focus what is really makes sense in your life.
Right.
Your personal development relationship with your loved ones, support their health, well-being, longevity. This is actually, our shelter must work like this.
And all of your buildings will be the same.
Of course.
Location-wise.
Not same, but with the main target
the
same.
base of it,
Yes.
the core of it is the same. Tell me about the locations of the other buildings. More or less, do you have something in mind?
Yeah. We not even in mind. Yes, it's Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and we plan one project in Maldives.
Oh wow!
Maybe next year we will open even Miami market, but we will see. Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, we will see, because I think the type of thinking and the system what I implement now in real estate, we are ready to scale it. Yeah, we're ready to scale it.
But you have to be careful with which countries you pick as well, right? Because what if, certain countries don't have necessarily the beliefs that you would like to implement?
But it's not about believe you or not.
You want to implement it and see
it's like, no, it's not believe you or not. It's this is the question, when the people understand that this is work.
Right.
They understand it in off plan, or they start leave, and then we will
They will
receive the
understand.
feedbacks about it. Yeah, and I think not many people, even in my team, understand the value what we create with this building for the in a good way. In a good way, they are
They need
very
to pass through that journey to
they are
understand
very
it.
passionate about it. They understand that we change the type of thinking in real estate.
Right.
And nobody. So I have all my C-level management. They have 20 plus years experience in development in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, and but my team, part of my team from who, like some of them is together with me 17, 20 years. They understand. So when you visit our projects, yeah, you understand. So what kind of value we
100%.
create for the people, and when you look to these beautiful Eywa buildings, it's like, oh, it's too good to be true. But I create the form. For me, it's only the combination of my previous experience, what I check in a lot of previous buildings, and then combine it together. And one of the targets, for example, what we implement in Eywa is that even the facade must work with a top level of temperature, like 50 degrees, 60, 70 degree.
Please include the rain part as well.
And at the same time, that type of so when you build the facade, that you cannot destroy the architecture and design.
Right.
So a lot of prefabricated, for example, our glazed terracotta ceramic goes from the German fabric manufacturer, cut in size, ready to install. So even the structure, all the drawings of the structure for implementation is ready for the development. So you can broken it, but you cannot do something wrong.
Right.
Yeah, and
it's very thought through.
Yes. And longevity of the buildings is another very important target.
Speaking about longevity of the buildings, please tell me that they're rainproof, unlike 90% of buildings in Dubai.
Yeah, but
I hope we're not going to have more flooding.
Yeah, it was very funny when I asked lead design consultants implement same rain system, gray water system, as in Latvia, because in Latvia
exactly
we have from 360 days, I think half of the days is rain.
Yeah,
and they think that I'm let's say over-evaluate the possibility of the weather of Dubai.
You're overthinking
and then after this rain, they call me and say, now you understand. Because actually all the cost of all this system is in this rain. So we will have triple more damages in the building.
If something happens.
Yes, but only 1 or 2 or 3 rains. You don't need more.
I mean, we've seen it around Dubai with the buildings that were completely falling apart inside after a couple of drops of rain. So yeah, it's really important that you...
But the climate is so that 4 years ago, it was 6 months of comfortable living. Now it's 7.5.
Really?
Of course. You don't feel it?
I haven't been here long enough, I guess.
Yeah, but 7 really. So even in May, it's quite comfortable. So it's the period of time when you can live with the comfort in Dubai is growing each year.
I feel like the main issue with Dubai is when September hits with the humidity. And that's the last thing you remember. And the summers are fine. It's the humidity that comes from end of August to October that you just need to live through, and then you're fine until June, July. I didn't mind the heat actually in the summer. I mind the humidity that comes
Ah, really?
later. Yeah, yeah. But also this constant living. I wanted to ask you this question actually.
Yes.
Constant living under air conditioning, it's not healthy. Is there any sort of way that you guys are thinking through of how to make some sort of healthier air circulation inside?
Yes. We even the change a little bit the system of airflow inside the
Exactly.
spaces.
Or even make the floors colder, like
No, it's
something.
floors cold. It's actually it's opposite. It's not healthy at all.
I know it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that the again physics. Cold air
will fall.
go down.
Yeah,
So only what you need, you push the cold air
to go
under
up.
the ceilings, but not from one side of the room,
That's the
but
problem.
measure it.
Exactly.
And then cold air will do by himself. So it goes down.
How many times you have to fall asleep, and from one side of the room you have air conditioning that's hitting you in the face.
And then of course that management of the system. It means the regulation of the system, the quality of the system. We use, for example, MERV 14, MERV 16 filtration system.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can block with MERV 14. I can block even 70% of COVID bacteria, for example.
Interesting.
Yeah? With 16, you block everything because the MERV 16
So you take
can
care of
clean
viral.
0.03 microns,
That's incredible.
everything in your ear.
So we're speaking viruses now as well that could
Yeah,
potentially be removed.
again, and to because the air and the water is two very very important.
Water is everything.
Let's say what we need to have at home: clean air and activated, living, energized water.
Yeah. Water is extremely important. Now, moving on to more, let's say, final thoughts, personal questions, and everything. What sort of challenges, what project did you do that was the most challenging for you, and why? Taking you back in time.
Yeah. It was two projects. Usually it's happen when something happen in the world around you. COVID, for example, when you are sitting with a bank on the black screens, everybody at homes, and we evaluate our risk now. Please, you need to increase the amount of your equity inside the project, or we will stop the construction finance. COVID.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, really, this ta-dan. Yeah, and in this moment, it's really it was two times when we think about do we need to finalize the construction. But then I opened my first, actually for the first building, my daughter saved this building.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was 2,500 books library in this project.
I saw it.
Yes,
Yeah.
at the Residence of Philosophers. And at the same time was the launch of the movie Interstellar.
My favorite movie, by the way.
Yeah, and in this movie, it's about the connection between daughter and father,
Yes.
and the library.
Yes.
And my daughter,
I got goosebumps.
yes, yeah, and my daughter asked me, so do I will have the same library?
Murphy.
But yes, and I'm exactly in this moment. My thoughts, it's about
Emotional state of your daughter.
yes, no, it's about exactly in this moment. I'm thinking about do I need to stop construction, or I need to finish the building, because in this moment of realization, it was like too big risk that something happened during this trip. But with one question. So
What's
my
that?
daughter saved this building. And actually, so one of the rules, we call it, I have a real estate Jedi code.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the rules that real estate Jedi always deliver the projects no matter what happened around the world. No matter. So you need to, so, I'm proud of it that all of my 23 projects,
All
no
went
matter
through.
what happened, no matter. So it's like,
These moments must be so challenging for you, though, because I can completely see how much you think things through and how much you have option A, B, C, D, E always there. And things like COVID, it was completely out of your hand. But not just you, the entire world. But as the American army, they have this sentence of the plan is useless, but planning is essential.
mhm.
You always need to have a sort of emergency, let's say, plan, and things will work out. As long as you put in the right energy, right?
Yeah, of course.
So tell me, how do you define energy in terms of in context of architecture and in context of design?
Actually, again, we learn and we use a lot of ancient knowledge from the Vedic architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Vastu Shastra, again, is a science. How to build the buildings where the people will be happy. Yeah, that where the people, even we check, mm, and we use a lot of this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not ignore. I'm not, so that's because now this knowledge was like ignored or forgotten, so nobody use it. Like new technologies is
Right.
coming, but with these new technologies, even the glass facade without opening, you need to be very careful, especially in this climate. Yeah, because from actually in all of our projects from day one, the mold consultants is working with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, because
Mold is an issue,
this what you need again. It's like
but it's the basics, you know. And it's crazy that we're speaking about basics,
it's
such
not
as rainproofing a building, such as removing mold development. It's to me, it's basics. I mean, having grown up, let's say in Russia, this was a very typical. But of course, our climate was pretty extreme there.
But so only what it's not about the basic or not. You need to put attention on it, and to like to prioritize this one of the tools, because this everything what affect people health.
Mm-hmm.
Prioritization of this
Hold on,
stuff.
write the list out and let's see what it is exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's trust me, it's not so in development. It's not so easy when it's like your target is to start construction in 6 months. We are not talking about us. It's for me. It's not possible with our projects. It's not possible to start because again, it's like with the humans. Yeah, you need 9 months to give birth.
Yeah.
So you cannot give birth in 4 or 7 months, or your kid will have some issues with the health. Actually, same for the building. Yes, from 9 to 12
That's a
months.
beautiful way to look at it.
Yeah, it's from 9 to 12 months. Yes, because
Of conceptualization.
Oh, yeah, no, not only conceptualization, it's about detailization of the project. So because the architects, they need to have time to think. So then with the implementation of all this anti-mold strategy, anti-toxin strategy, so that vastu balance, what else?
MEP ventilation.
Electromagnetic fields detox. Then you need to think about the flow of the people, free smile. This everything. It take time. So that's why in the modern world all buildings look same. Yeah, because everybody in the rush.
They're dehumanized.
Rush, yes, yes, great buildings
But you have
disconnect
to
us from nature.
wait 10
From
minutes to get the elevator to arrive from the 35th floor down.
but again, so elevator, it's not of course in a lot of buildings is a big problem, but
No,
it's
I'm just saying it's stress. You're bringing extra stress to a person that's late to work. It influences the day.
Yes, especially if you are waiting for 30 minutes. Yes, elevator. Yes, it's
It's the little
actually
things.
the 30 minutes of your life
Where?
in the garbage.
Yeah.
Or if you, of course, if you don't do the practice at the same time, some kind of. Or, yeah.
Literally. Tell me, since we are kind of finalizing the podcast now, a couple more questions to you. What does home mean to you?
It's a living being woven from the energy of all people who take a part in the creation of it, with a target, support your flourishing and the flourishing of your loved ones, help you, support you. Actually, the home's like a mother, but mother with a knowledge or in different disciplines and with a connection to the best minds, and mother which focus 24/7 365 days on her kids, on their health, on their well-being, that they will be happy,
And doesn't
so
ask
they
anything in return. She's just there.
yes.
Beautiful. How do you recharge your energy? Is there any sort of things that you do? You know, you told me you wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, you work with your guru. What sort of, ways do you use to recharge yourself? Because having all these projects, constantly being under pressure, constantly thinking 100 kilometers an hour, you need to find a way to have your peace at least 1 hour per day. What do you do?
But I don't feel that I'm at work.
That's a cool way of looking
Yeah,
at it.
it's really this is my how I live. It's my flow.
It's
So
your passion.
from the morning, so I don't need, because that even my work is charge me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even so, of course, my home, my wife, my kids is charge me. So then same with my morning sadhana, where it is my time, and actually each, I don't know, from the pool to air to everything around you. If you make a choice that your glass is
Half
half
empty
full,
or half empty. Yes.
yeah, so that's everything give you the energy.
It's an optimistic mindset.
Yes, at the same time, yes.
You would say you're an optimist.
It depends. When I evaluate the risk, yeah, or financial cash flow, I try to be, let's say, more pragmatic.
Right.
Yeah, but in I try to find, yes, the angle. It's really it's not easy. Yeah, because when you create your ideal world with the smell, with the sound, with also where everything
Being the
is balanced,
perfectionist that you are.
and
Yes.
then when you, so that's someone not follow
That vision.
your targets, not follow, not respect your values, and it's immediately it's reflected that they, for example, they not implement something what you want from them. So example, we are in our office, if so we don't have in our experience center, we don't have any plastic bottles at all. So our water we prepare with a system of our future Eywa.
Okay.
Yeah, and if someone bring the plastic bottle, it's like a line in your in your beautiful world. And in this case, I
It
cannot
gets you
be
angry?
I cannot be optimistic. Yeah.
All right, interesting. So
Yeah.
there's specific rules that need to be followed. You guys have to live in that vision in order for you to believe in it. Is that what you're saying?
Of course, and they need to follow. And it's so I never like give my, let's say, feedback in the first or second or third time. But
You wait.
yes, but if after first, second, and third time someone not follow, yeah, it's
It gives you a pessimistic view.
for me. Yes, I became more pessimistic.
Pessimistic. Tell me one thing. There's so many successful people around us here in Dubai. So many people with money, but they're not happy. What do you think goes wrong? And what would your advice be? Why does this glitch happen?
They need to buy apartment in Eywa. That's all. That's all what they need.
Short and simple.
Yeah, that's very simple solution, because someone think about it for 25 years and 20 years of the personal development. I think in Eywa you will have everything what you need for your healthy, happy life. And again, this is a universe of freedom. I give you the tools. You decide how many
What
percentage.
you do with your internal
Yeah,
happiness.
but what I can promise to you that if you use at least 50%, you will feel much better with your money.
Right, right. Is there any building in this world, if you could take it, past, present, future,
Yes,
where you would love to live in?
yes.
Eywa?
Eywa Tree of Life. Yes.
The Eywa that
Hana-
we're going to see in the future, or the one that's
No,
getting...
tree of Life. No.
The Tree
no.
of Life
Tree of
one.
Life. The first Eywa.
Will you be living there?
I'm not believe I love her.
No, would you be living there?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have your...
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. We know where to find you then. You're going to be in your home.
Yes,
It's
yes,
your baby.
yes. And
It's probably going to be an incredible feeling. I mean, living in the space that you've constructed for how many? 10,000 other people. How many people can live in that building? How many rooms are there?
no, we don't have
1,000?
rooms. We have 52 apartments.
52 apartments.
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
boutique.
okay.
It's boutique community for Dubai especially.
Okay, that's not
And
going to be
with
that
this
big.
with this quantity of the apartments, so you will receive the personal attention
Hey, of course.
to
you need
your personal ideals, goals, to everything. That's why I like this to compare
Okay.
Eywa with a mother.
Right.
Yeah, because even you have your personal longevity concierge, you can create a program
For
especially
yourself.
for you. And then the task of this person will be remind you, organize you everything, invite, for example, if you want to give your blood test one time in the 3 months, you don't need to go to the hospitals.
No way.
Yeah, of course. So we have a contract with the best hospital. So please, they will take it at your home. Yeah, then you have everything what you need for. You have a gym, you have yoga studio, you have meditation, special room with a Faraday cave. You have spa, hammam, ice bath, plunge pool,
Sold. You
sauna.
sold it to me.
You have treatment rooms even with all what you need for Ayurveda treatment.
No
And you
way.
can say to your longevity concierge, in November I have 2 weeks. Please, can you organize for me in these 2 weeks Panchakarma? So and then we have contract with best Ayurveda clinic in Dubai, and then
That's incredible, Alex.
actually it's main target. Save your time, give you the best what is exists, so that our target we have special department of research and development, and what we can promise to our clients, so that we always will be on the edge of knowledge of both civilizations. So it means if something new from longevity or from some tool of biohacking, what we understand that we
We can utilize.
we test it and we utilize it. And again, that's why it's so for me. It was very big evaluation of our thoughts that when the owner of Mind Valley, the Vision Lakshani, bought the apartment. Because again, it's a, and for me, it's a way how we can even to propose the knowledge of a lot of his teachers to our client, to our residents.
He's the perfect identity to live in that building.
Yeah, and
he's representing it like as a brand fully.
Perfect.
It's a perfect match.
Perfect man, personality.
Yeah, your brand ambassador fully.
He's yes. I love him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Shout out to him. Hope he's going to be listening to the podcast. Since we're coming to the end of the interview, we're running out of time. I just wanted to ask you one last question that I usually ask people on my podcasts. If I were to give you a time machine and you go all the way back in time, what would you say to a younger version of yourself?
Stop love your ego as fast as possible. Yeah, because your ego needs different type of experience what need your soul. Yeah, and let's say if I can give this message to me when I was like 19, 22, you
would have started earlier.
I think that first, I'm not 100% sure that I listened myself when I was 20. Yeah. Yeah,
it's a rough age for a guy.
Yeah, but
Don't
to
take
deliver
it
this message to at least to deliver this message to me, because you can spend your valuable time what is really create value in your life. And this is not let's say clubs and alcohol.
Yeah. Interesting. It's a beautiful way of looking at it, though. I like this answer. Now, Alex, I have two more questions for you that came through from the audience with Ruslan and Anna that texted us. Ruslan has asked you, what's one myth about real estate that you'd love to debunk once and for all? Is there any myth that you believe exists in real estate?
About Dubai real estate?
I guess.
That Dubai is a desert. Yeah, so there's no greenery. I think with
it's a myth, guys.
Yeah, with
we have greenery.
Yes, with each year, I think will be more and more greenery in the city, and with all this, even the climate is more softer.
It's getting better.
So, yeah, and by the way, whereas this is in our hands to make this city
to make sure that
as a green oasis together.
Yeah, guys, Dubai isn't just a desert. Anna asked you if our evolution could collaborate with any visionary, living or historical, who would be the dream partner? I guess you might connect this to your Legends buildings, or would you have another?
I think
visionary?
If that's so, it's interesting to work with Antonio Gaudí as an architect.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's say we will work the three of us. I think Antonio, me, and our leading architect Zane from OID.
Oh, she's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and actually, so it will be very interesting.
The trio, the unstoppable, trio.
From the business point of view. Trailblazer. I don't know, maybe Richard Branson.
Interesting. How come?
Maybe.
All right. Anna, hopefully that answered your question. Alex, absolute pleasure speaking to you today, honestly.
Thank
I
you.
wish you the best of luck. You have such an amazing, unique vision. And I really hope that your buildings are In the same way you would like to, construct new things and change generations, I really hope it's going to influence the actual mindset of people, because that's the most important thing, especially in Dubai, where I'm gonna be a bit mean now, but a lot of people have lost that internal, vibe. And I hope that you're gonna give that to them eventually. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of the
Yeah,
buildings that are gonna come to life.
and I think what really now changed the reality of Dubai, that a lot of people want to live there, and is create the we need to deliver the end user product.
Right. No, I feel like a lot of people wanna
Yeah, because when it's like how would say, too commercial,
exactly.
so that yes, you invest less, but it's not for end users. And the end users, for example, so my family, we moved 2 times from home to home because of mold, because of something. What is, so we're feeling
Same,
like
actually,
yes,
yeah.
we're a little bit, something is a little bit gimmicky. Sometimes it's again, it's not healthy, but the time now is a time for end user product, I think.
Fully. Anyways, we wish you the best of luck in
Thank
everything
you.
that you do.
Thank you.
And I'll keep looking out for your story. I'm very excited to see your buildings come to life, really. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Alex, this has been an incredible conversation. We've explored how our evolution is reshaping luxury real estate, blending ancient sciences with modern technology and just pushing the boundaries of sustainable development. It's clear that our evolution is not just constructing buildings. They're definitely creating a new paradigm for how we live. Please remember, guys, that personal space is more than just physical boundaries. It is the sacred energy field where, our thoughts, our emotions, and our spirit find balance and renewal. And that place is your home. So take care of it. Well, you know the drill. Like, share, and comment your thoughts below. And remember, keep innovating, keep evolving, and keep reshaping the future. With you was Mina Vucic.